I got grapes. I got Final Fantasy. It's time to have a bowl. Time to have a little bit of fun. Why is Final Fantasy so... Oh. So, I did... There we go. I did play just a small touch of Final Fantasy XIV. I changed Dekka's hair. Because I unlocked the Esthetician and a couple other random blue check quests. And I wanted... Because I want to. And I didn't want to stream because I only had like 30 minutes or something. But yeah. Did a couple tiny things. Mainly just changed his hair. I just like him having his hair up. I think it's cute. All the important things. Like my phone. There's my phone. Never mind. All the important things. Today, we're going to do our absolute best to not get locked into an hour of cutscenes at like 11 o'clock at night. At like midnight. Considering it's 10 o'clock, I think I got a pretty good chance of dodging that. But we're going to see what happens. So, next on the quest, going back to Revenant's Toll, and going back to the MSQ, because I just want to get to Heaven's Word. I think it would be neat. I think it would be kind of cool, if I may even. Let me swap up the audio balance a little bit again. There we go. That seems about right. In my experience, it's always best to balance all your audio by just looking at it and being like, yeah, that's about right. Sir, if you poop on the floor, it's going to be like a whole thing, and Tato is not going to clean it. Oh my god. Here we go. What's up, buddy? Let's get straight into it. Ere I forget, I believe Moonbright has requested a gathering of the Scions. I assume there's been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Ascians. It's gonna come back to me and be like, actually it's pronounced Ascian. And I'm gonna laugh at myself for the past, like, how long have I been doing this? 45 hours? Pray inform her that our business with Fish Guardians is concluded for the moment. I shall be along once I've completed my communications with the Crystal Braves. Isn't there a / playtime or something? / time? I don't know. Okay. Hey, Moonbrighter. Are you bugging everyone? Oh, it's the people I fought. There was one... Alfie Nerd. There he is. Hi, boys. There was one... I don't remember who said it. I want to say it was Lime. Someone warned me that if I talked to a... if I got a blue checkmark quest in Ul'dah that came from a... I can never remember what the tiny race is called. That Tataru is. That came from one of those people, that if I picked it up, I was supposed to do something specific. Lala Blue Quest Ul'dah. Yes, you told me to do something specific. So anyway, that's here. I did pay attention. Back when I started the game, like before I was even level 15, the main story quest made me go across a couple adventuring parties that got fucked. And I was like, wow, this is a tone shift. That's a little weird. And there was one adventuring party in particular that they called out that featured like 4 people. And the tank was the fiance of the healer. And the tank died. And the 2 DPSs blamed the healer for it. And I was like, wow, that's really fucked up. What the hell, Final Fantasy? And then we moved on. So anyway, I walk up to this random fucking Lalafell on the streets in Ul'dah, and they're like, hey, I was one of those DPSs, and the healer invited me to their marriage ceremony with the husband that died, and that's weird. They also said that the other DPS already said yes, and I knew, because the other DPS joined the Sirens of the Seventh Dawn, and the other DPS had died. So, we're gonna go look at their grave, and it'll be fine. But that's for later. All done with your talk of dragons? Wonderful, because Ascians are next on the menu. Let's head into the Solars, shall we? Ooh, don't know why that was so hard for me. Also don't know why you weren't just in the Solar to begin with. Whatever. Going and grabbing a person, it's immersion. The immersion is important. I'm not looking forward to that quest. I'm gonna see when it hits, but I'm not looking forward to that emotional beat hitting. Please be voiced so that I can eat grapes without pain. Good fucking grapes.
Now that everything's calmed down a bit,
oh yeah,
relatively speaking, I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
I have a name.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know.
Oh my god!
An Ascian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void.
For the record, this grape eating is in character. Dekka's just sitting there snacking.
Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
So we trap them, and then we throw the auracite on the ground and it shatters, killing them. Right?
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether.
For some reason, I'm just picturing someone being like, yeah, I don't know how sturdy humans are, so I just made like the biggest gun I possibly could, and then I turn around and there's a fucking ship cannon pointed at me, and my last thoughts are, yeah, that seems big enough. When the shitty grape.
Hang on a minute. Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Temporarily.
Please tell me you're joking.
You did recommend this last time. That did happen.
I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
Good job, Hoplimo. Genuinely funny, I don't know why.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian soul? Or still more?
You know, I've never tried this space thing. It's unvoiced cutscenes, okay.
I do not envy the poor sawdust to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve. And I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source.
Blood! Hey, Almaz.
understand, the only viable source is the land.
Okay, hang on a second.
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Wait, the what that just spawned Mordona?
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land?
Wait, the shards that fell from the moon? Or the shards of the moon?
Aye. I speak of corrupted crystals.
Oh.
It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say?
How big is the continent, canonically? Like, how many miles across?
If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea. I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
Lake Silvitude is like the source of Aether or something in Eorzea? Yeah, you know what? I think they mentioned that last stream. And I just completely glazed over it because it sounded like some fake founding myth. Which, considering we're in a fantasy world, maybe I shouldn't have thought that.
If you think it's worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that. But no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out.
Why is what I'm picturing right now the always sunny Moonbreeder blows up the base?
Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum.
Does Alphino's... Sorry, Alphino... Does Alphino's voice actor get swapped? It did occur to me that when we swap voice actors, when we get to Heaven's Word, that they would swap out like every voice actor, not just the ones that did a kind of meh job. That's a little bit disappointing. I'm gonna miss the old voice actors a little bit. I think Alphino's voice actor is like one of the best performances of ARR. Pretty much everyone. Who stays?
During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's Sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the cerulean processing plant. Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals.
It'll work on me.
Well then, consider me inveigled.
Damn it.
I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go. Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Arsians will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Why is his neck so long? Hang on a second, what the fuck?
You are yet a scion, Alfino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support.
What the fuck?
Thancred and Papalymo shall accompany you.
Hang on. Why? Why is his neck like that? Okay, they all have long necks. I get it. I really do get it. But like, hang on. I really wish there was some easy way to like zoom in. But wow, chat, look at how long his neck is. Hang on. Damn, check out that long boy. Hang on. Oh man, look at the giraffe over here. What is up with this man's neck? But seriously, I never noticed like how long that dude's neck is longer than his head. That, like, how did I never notice that? Like, everyone else's necks are, like, a little long. Alfino had just, like, a turtleneck on, so it almost looks natural. Me, you can't even see my neck because my collar pops like that and clips through my fucking horns, but we're not going to worry about that. But, like, hang on. I'm not letting this slip away from me. This needs to be exposed. We're doing it live. Where's my goddamn... Here we go. Can someone please explain to me what this is? Like, look at that! Look at that! That's not a giraffe neck, it has a fucking kink in it! What is that? If he took his coat off, his neck would be like a foot long. Has it been like that the whole time? What the fuck? How have I not noticed how fucked up man's neck is? What the shit? Hang on. Hang on. Let me just, He's just gonna sit there for this. He's gonna sit behind chat. That's what I'm gonna do. Chat, enjoy sitting on Uanje's long ass neck. What is up with that? Hey Kevlar. Why is he like that? Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on.
Ida and Yashtola, in the meantime, I would have you assist Moonbreeder.
What were we doing?
Sort out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
I don't think he has a torso. That's why his neck is so fucked up. Wait a second. Hang on. You can see he doesn't have a torso. Oh my god. You can see where his neck ends. You can see where his neck... He doesn't have a torso. His neck isn't supposed to be like... You can see where his torso is supposed to be by following the curve of his shoulders. But he just doesn't have a torso loaded in. What the fuck? Hang on. I'm sorry, but I need to do this right. So this is just a bug. Like, you cannot convince me otherwise. This is legitimately a bug. A big old whoopsie doodle. And we're going to represent it properly. That's a big old boy. Apologies, I need to contain the lad first. I've never noticed that before. I don't know if you just, like, part of me wonders if it just, like, bugged out for this cutscene and people just didn't notice. This might not be your fault. It could also be your fault. You never know. Just do not trust yourself. Gaslight, gatekeep, Uranger. Like, that is... When you can see where his neck ends... I'm sorry, I'll move on. I will move on, Uranger. I am sorry for bullying you, but, like, holy shit, right?
Thank you, Uranger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you are able. Go well. Be safe.
He just doesn't have a fucking torso. Like, this can't be true of, like, whatever state, assuming Uranger is not dead, which I understand. Big assumption. But, like, assuming he's not dead, they fix that at some point, right? Like, he just doesn't have a torso. I think this is just, like, how people's necks are. They probably just extend, like, this guy has a torso. This guy, his, like, armor comes in, so, like, it sort of looks like it. You can tell the armor is actually just, like, a cup that his neck is sticking out of. Alphino, honestly, it's anyone's guess whether or not that's part of his body or if that's just his armor and they modeled it to look like it's his body because it's unique to him. But, like, that's some fucked up shit. 'Twould seem that events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation. Though I would wish it otherwise, I must ask that you head straight away to the processing plant. The Fourth have already been deployed to the area and await the arrival of the Scions. Willard will brief you on the developing situation. Meanwhile, I must rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at our headquarters in Ul'dah. I shall take command of our forces there with a lighter heart, knowing that you go to support the front lines. Bastard. You're gonna die, aren't you? Okay. Your duties take you to Northern Thanaland, do they not? We too must say our farewells to the Rising Stone for a time. Flamine travels to Ul'dah, and we shall serve as her escort. At my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are beset on all sides by civil unrest and imperial machinations, threatened by primals and troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Many of my friends hold positions of power, you see, and it is my hope that they can be convinced to aid the Scion's cause. If past events have taught us anything, then we know that Eorzea must present a united front, or we shall fall. Ah, how extraordinary that my little Acilia is involved in such far-reaching affairs. I am proud that I might stand at her side not only as a mother, but also as a colleague. A colleague with influential connections. But I fear that Ul'dah has become a place of danger, even for one so familiar with her streets. Woe betide the blackguard that so much as glares in your direction, milady. Hoo, 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 hoo! Dude's trying to bag a MILF. I shall be well protected, it seems. Shall we be on our way, then? Yeah, they're gonna die. Look? What do you mean, look? Toucans? Why is my one strand of hair? My perfect face. There we go. I don't know why that one strand of hair being out of place made it. Was just funny to me. Sometimes you flirt with a MILF. The only MILF I'm gonna flirt with is my... How do I end this without sounding like a massive dork? I was gonna go with my future wife, but that's too dorky. It's fine. I'll just take the dork hood. It's what I get. It's what I expect. Where am I going? Oh, yeah, this spot again. Oh, is this gonna be a dungeon? This feels like we're approaching dungeon territory. Hey, Willard. So, Willard's in charge of the 4th. Good to know. I think you're fucked. Yeah, if I'm around a MILF, I will be. Commander Olivier sent word that you'd be coming. A veteran of your talents is most welcome. Not that I don't think we can handle this situation, mind you. I've learned a trick or two since that disaster with the emulsia. Should I know this guy? But returning to the task at hand. The Flames reconnaissance scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling at Labarn's Push. Such a force is likely interested in only one thing, getting their hands on the resources found here at the processing plant. The Garleans could begin marching on us at any time. Pray, speak with Lieutenant Edelstein that we might coordinate our counter-strategy. Willard was an Alamegan KDI who tried to rob the emulsion. Oh, yeah! In the meantime, I will inform the others that you have arrived. No doubt it will be welcome tidings. My official note on this guy is Alamigo fuck up. You know, it's accurate. Nothing else. What the fuck? Okay, I know this is a weird thing to get confused about, but this is like the only time that I can remember where the game actually teleported me. So I just got jump scared a little bit. I wasn't expecting to be... Like, the game does not teleport you after cutscenes. It makes you walk. So the fact they put me next to this guy actually fucked me up. My throat was about to jump out of its... Well, throat there. Okay. Private Salvo. My soldiers yet tell tales of your deed during Operation Archon. Would that we could sit a while and reminisce about old times. But I fear more pressing matters require our attention. The civilian draftsmen, you see, have come across several highly suspicious crates within the boundaries of the processing plants. I had my sappers take a closer look, and our worst fears were confirmed. These boxes contain powerful explosive devices. Devices of Imperial design, no less. By my order, the Flames stationed here are conducting a thorough sweep of the compound as we speak. Though it troubles me that we were unable to apprehend the Imperial spy behind this, I have faith that our men will be able to neutralize the threat for now. In the meantime, our scouts bring troubling news on the latest movements of the Imperial Army. I would once again ask your aid. Why do I feel like those bombs are some sort of, like, feint? I forget the term for this for some reason. It's a trick. We've been keeping a close eye on that Garlean garrison, and 'twould seem the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads seen leaving the castrum are too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. They've decided to take the field and meet this assault head-on. I have appraised your fellow scions of the situation and am heartened to know that they will be joining the effort. Pay your report to Lieutenant Alliane and lend your much welcome strength to the counter-offensive. Again, feels like a trap. There's a lot less unnecessary travel moving forward. I don't believe you. Oh, everyone's here! Aw. Oh, I wish I talked to them now. Glad to have you with us, Decca. I'm sure Lieutenant Edelstein has explained. The Garleans have deployed a small force from Castrum Meridium. Their main column assembles to the north near Dalamut's Talons, but we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. My boy! They wish you to rush forth and commit to battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the plant and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Ilbert! I feel like Allian is also like a... I don't know what to call them besides like squad leaders. This is the 1st through the 4th. Those are the 4 like units. And I don't know... These 2 characters feel like they're in charge of units, but I don't know which units they're in charge of. Did I write it down in my notes already? The 3rd is Yuhase, and that's all I know. Greetings, Scions. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows come lend a hand to the Braves. With such mighty heroes at his disposal, the force should have little trouble contending with aught the Guardians might throw at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The 3rd was getting restless holed up in Ul'dah, so I marched them out here to fill any holes in the player's defenses and add their numbers to your counterattack. The reinforcements are welcome. We've enough soldiers now to divide our own forces and safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. It would be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much ceruleum. Let's take this fight to the Guardians. Wise course indeed. I shudder to think of the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. If there are no objections, the Scion shall join the 4th and give the battle to this main column. You're with the 3rd then, Warrior of Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out in the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Yuhase. His scouts should have a rough idea of where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. Okay, so they're lieutenants. I did say lieutenant once and jump scare someone. I'm so confused who's lieutenants and who isn't. I feel like all the characters... Yuhase's definitely a lieutenant. That I knew. He's in charge of the 3rd. I feel like Wilred and Allian are also lieutenants, but I don't know which units they're in charge of. You accused me of being British, which was not the first and... Hell, was not the first time that day. And probably won't be the last. A pleasure to be fighting by your side once more, Scion. Our operations invariably succeed when you're around, and victories are wont to pave the road to greater coin. Now, this detached force we've been sent to eliminate has split into smaller squads, the better to conceal themselves within the terrain hereabouts, I imagine. We'll need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground and make sure we root out all these would-be raiders. And seeing as you've an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own areas to scour clean of enemy soldiers. Aye, this will be a simple search and destroy. We'll rendezvous back here when the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion. There's something... I don't know why. This hasn't been a thing to me before, but there's something so sinister about the phrase happy hunting. I don't know what it is. But it just is like, ugh. Maybe it's a little bit of dehumanization. I'm just like, ooh. Not just in the context of the... Wait, hang on. Thank you. Get fucked. Oh, before I forget, go ahead and, I thought I had more greens. Weird. Oh, well, this is gonna be a good old spam fest. Sorry, who's being dehumanized? I mean, just enemy soldiers in general. I don't know, this might just be... A nitpick feels like the wrong word, but it's just a phrase that's used a lot in, like, warfare scenarios that always makes me feel just a little bit, I don't like that. Doesn't really matter, I suppose. You seem grim, Scion. I'll take that to mean that between us, more than a few Garleans won't be making it back to the castrum. These Imperials, though, they certainly made us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I never had to tussle with another of those Magitech horrors. It is time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the 4th and Lieutenant Alian. Okay, so she's the 4th. Where did I put my pen? There it is. So she's the 4th. So who's Willard then? The 1st, maybe? No, maybe? I would appreciate if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant Edelstein. Who the fuck is Edelstein in charge of? He has to be either the 1st or the 2nd, and Willard has to be the other one. Somewhere later on, they implied that the Wordalites generally pulling their punches is not actually outright murdering enemy humanoids. False. I'm killing everyone. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Look, it's not like the enemies are pulling their punches on me. Fuck them up. Private Salvo. What? Oh, Lieutenant is... Edelstein is a flame lieutenant, so he's not a, Crystal Brave. Unless an enemy is confirmed dead, it's a safe assumption that you're not killing people somehow. I don't know. Plenty of people have gotten hit by rocks and survived. I mean, the opposite has also happened, but we're ignoring that. The Amesian engineers will be most relieved to hear that the plan is no longer in any immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. Oh no. You must be anxious for a word of your fellows. Lieutenant Aliane has reported a sound victory over the main column and informs me that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is. The Rogadin lady with the large axe? Oh, she's an orc. It would appear that she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization, but Northern Thailand is no place to wander alone, even for a capable sort such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you could check in on her before you continue on your way. Yeah, I'll do babysitting duty. What's up? It's fine. When I have a gun, I'll just be sure to fill it with rubber bullets. Please start a cutscene. Thank you.
Hold on. I won't be a second. The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe. I know. As Urianger never tires of reminding me. An axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one.
Fair's fair.
And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it? Aye, that ought to do it. So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting.
So, quick question. What are these neck tattoos anyway? Are they students of Baldazian? Are they like ex-Warriors of Light or something? Because a couple people have them and a couple people don't. That's an Archon mark. Ah, that makes sense.
Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether. Which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
Uh-oh.
He senses me. A useful talent.
I don't like that voice.
An Ascian. Are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Charlian, keeper of knowledge, seeker of truth, meddler.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Hells yeah!
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath.
So chat, we're gonna have a conversation about telling girls to smile more, okay? Sorry? My brain really did just go, grab the knife. Go get the knife.
Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales.
Isn't this guy already in my notes, actually? Hang on, wait a second. I swear that name is familiar. Ascians, blah, blah, blah. Where's all the names I wrote down? I guess I only wrote down Elidibus. I could have sworn... No, I guess not. Alright.
And you have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh, bugger.
Okay, a little
Do
bit funny.
settle down. You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light. Oh, dear. Could it be that frail Hydelin has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee. Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken. Now is the time to claim the staff. With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
Fuck. I think I know which staff this is. I made a comment last stream.
What did that bastard want with us?
I made a comment last stream about what's the trope? Gun on a wall has to go off. If there's a gun on the wall in the first act, it has to go off in the third act. For some reason, all I can think of is Schrodinger's gun. Chekhov's gun, thank you. But yeah, no, I mean, like, we've seen an awful lot of Archon Louis Suarez staff hanging out in the background.
Nabriales, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet. Unconscious. But this staff... You say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff.
I'm sorry, hang on. I want to give proper... I clicked basically out of reflex, but holy shit. Maidens falling at his feet unconscious is such a, like... That's a good line.
Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Suar's staff.
Called it.
Ninfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
Do you... Well, you know what? They were very polite to wait for me going through the cutscene. I'll give them that much. And literally nothing else. Now get fucked. Oh my god. I swear to god, if we go back here and everyone's dead a second time, I'm gonna be so upset. I'm gonna be so mildly disappointed in them. I believe. It'll be fine. What's the worst that could be happening right now? Not this way. Where am I? Where am I? That way. What could go wrong? Well, half of the people could be dead. No one important is gonna be dead. But, like, you know. That really is a big fuck-off axe. You're here! Master Louis's staff is kept in the solar, isn't it? Quickly now! Yeah, shit.
You two.
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
What do you mean?
You truly do not know? Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you. The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
So that sounds bad.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
You will not harm her!
This did not go well for you last time. Ooh!
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
The staff is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed? The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power. Together with the horn, it can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings.
Why are you telling us
How
this?
else do you think Louis Soir was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals? Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now. But above all, I know that we cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
Insufferable woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
Oh yeah, she got shot. That happened.
After them! Quickly! Before the rift closes!
No! They would just kill me anyway! Can I not cast Cure first? Ooh. Wasn't expecting that. I'm just saying, wouldn't it be real funny if I could just, Okay. Fuck. Alright, shit. We ball. Since when has almost certain death stopped you? A lot of times, actually. Like the fact that I didn't try to fight him while he was here. I did say that no one important would die, and like... Let me get a different camera angle so I'm not just looking at her ass. I did say no one important would die, and while I'm still kind of... Oh shit, this is a fucking... raid, okay. Trial. That makes sense, but I'm still jump scared by it. I did say no one would die. No one important would die. And I was kind of right. Any mechanics I should know about, chat? Please don't look at her like that. Alternate orb types. The fuck does that mean? You want to get hit by one color, then the other color. Okay. Oh, fuck. I completely forgot that I'm a healer right now, actually. Thankfully, the other healer is also a white mage for the first time ever. Fuck that. Don't look at that, right? So do I touch this? That's a different type of orb, right? Should I be worried about this? I'm sure it's fine. No one else... Okay, it's less than fine. A quick medico should fix everyone up well enough. Oh, nope. Alternate red and black orbs. Okay, they did tell me that in the chat. Fuck, I should really heal that. Black orb. Red orb. Black orb. I need a red orb. I need a red orb. There's a red orb. Black orb. Did I get hit by that? I don't know. I think I did. I don't actually know. I'm gonna hit this red orb. I fucked up. Black orb. Is that a red orb? I think that's a red orb. Doesn't matter, we have 2 medicas up. I don't have to worry about healing shit right now. What just hit me? Yeah, having another white mage to heal makes healing literally not worth anything. Really the easiest thing. Okay, I'll get a quick... What's happening? Now don't hit limit break and you're good. Okay. What the shit? Did he just target me? No one's yelling at me. Do I run into that? Do we want to get hit by this? Ow! Did I just get jebaited? Whoops. I'm being told to leave the meteors to the tanks next time. Are we not all dead? There we go. You were the only one, though. Okay. Well, shit. Alright, we got this. Also avoid the suck for longer so the debuff has a chance to expire, I think. Got it. It seems like the other healer is focusing on healing, so I'll make sure that this guy has buffs and stuff, but I can really just output damage. Breaking the fighting. Do a quick medica. Okay, black orb. Red orb. I think that hit me. So black orb. Red orb. Black orb. Red orb. Black orb. What the shit is that? That wasn't there before. Black orb. I'm proud of you for being a damage first healer. Yeah, well, I'm doing my best. When's he gonna stop? There we go. Likewise, damage take mitigation. I had 2 minutes of 40% less damage. What? Pop all your buffs before going in and extended a certain amount. What does that mean? I have 1 buff. I'm just gonna assume that doesn't apply to me as much. Oh, the healers got it. Never mind. Put my faith in them. They got it. I'll just cast a benediction if stuff gets too rough. That's tank shit. Got it. Let's make sure they have a buff on them. Oh, that's me. Okay, I'm standing away from the middle. Okay, orbs. There's a red orb. Black orb. Give me a black orb. Got it. I love black orbs. There's a black orb. They got it. I need another black orb. Need a second black orb. That's another red orb. Can I get hit by that? No. I will eat that red orb if I have to. Do I have to eat this red orb? I have to eat this red orb. Damn it. Black orb. Eat this red orb. Don't make me eat this other red orb. You got it. Touch the Okay. That feels like that was really rough for some reason. Everyone's got Medica, so no one should need any heals yet. I might as well get a Medica off real. No, we're fine. Oh shit, this is when he sucks us, right? Okay, I have to be careful because this is damaging me. Yep, okay, I suck. So if you cast a regen before you get sucked in, it lasts like a minute. Well, I lasted as long as I could. I'm just going to heal myself real quick and heal that poor... So, what am I doing here? I guess I'm just sort of making sure that everyone's okay. Oh, kill the etheric tear. Well, someone limit broke it. Oh, we got sucked in again. I didn't notice that that was going to do that. Look at all those damage over time, buffs and bullshit. Oh, this guy's fucked. Okay. Secret ass man. Gee. That'll happen when you have two bards. Yeah. And all it cost us was Moonbrighter's life. Okay. Damn it, I almost had time to accommodate the other white mage. Sup, buddy? You good? What is this place? Actually, I recognize this from a cutscene. Yeah, no, this was at the end of ARR we saw this place. The fact that there were only one Ascian here then is surprising. Still, the guy's not dead. That's the one thing we know about Ascians, is that he's not dead right now. I wonder, because that area is like pure aether, isn't it? Shouldn't we be able to... Oh yeah, you're still alive.
Safe. Thank the 12.
Oh, give it a minute. Moonbai just chucks a crystal at his head and captures him like it's a Pokeball. Oh shit. Oh no.
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come?
Capture him like a Pokeball!
Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine. Until next time, Scions.
Oh my god, actually chuck it at him. Don't look at it, dumbass!
There will be no next time. This is the end.
What trickery is this? No. No. Cannot. No.
Use Tube Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free.
Oh boy.
Concentrate. Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light. Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
Damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
How are you still breathing?
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me. I shall make you pay for your insolence.
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light.
Do you think Tato is gonna walk in and like, hey, I heard that y'all having a party here, so I bought some cookie. Oh my god!
Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
If only we had a bit more ether.
Seriously, are you mortally wounded or not?
Moonbreeder, what are you doing?
Master Louis, I understand now. The choice you made.
Okay, answer is yes.
There is life. Farewell, Urianger. You damned old coot.
Moonbreeder, no! You mustn't!
What? No! It cannot end! I am eternal! I am immortal!
Moonbreeder. She's gone.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that was my bad. I don't know. But, like...
You did it, my friend. The Ascian is dead.
Okay, but, like, what did she do? Hang on.
This device is a legacy of Moonbreeder's toils and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
Minfilia, are you all right?
I am.
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. we returned as swiftly as we were able.
She added her aether to the blow up the Ascian. Fair, but like...
Seems you have everything in hand, however.
Yeah, whatever.
What happened here? Where is Moonbreeder?
Why is there a faint dust over everything?
She gave her life to temper the blade of light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands.
Does Oriange know?
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
Oh, he knows.
I heard all, my lady. The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens. Yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moonbreeder hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not? Long ago, far across the seas in the Charlayan motherland, Moonbreeder and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louis. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands. In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hither to the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history. When he left Charlayan behind, Master Louis gave no word to signal his intent to Moonbreeder. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence. Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her. For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered, and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louisois I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louisois hid his intent. He but desired that Moonbreeder discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it not Master Louisois' wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart. Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moonbreeder truly come to understand Master Louisois' will before the end? The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moonbreeder, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
Moonbreeder gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moonbreeder in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
So there's some things I gotta talk off. First, were you able to tell how mildly uncomfortable I was during that whole cutscene of like, wow, I really did make some jokes about this. Second off, so yesterday or the day before, for fun, I rewatched Joe Cat's Crap Guide to Melee DPS. And in it, he makes a joke about Urianger being in, like, eternal pain or something. And in the back of my mind, I was like, oh no, Moonbreeder's fucking dead. And, but, like, seeing everyone call, like, Moonbreeder best girl, Moonbreeder best girl, Moonbreeder best girl, I assumed it would, like, take an expansion or something. So I wasn't expecting it to happen then. Definitely wasn't expecting it to happen where we said, oh, all the major characters are going to be fine. To be fair, Moonbreeder was not a major character. just to get this out here, partially to distract myself from the sad, she was introduced like an hour ago. You motherfuckers tricked me because you were like, oh, her new voice actor sounds so different. So, you know, some credit there. Or you might have been more clever about it. You might have been like, oh yeah, I missed her old voice actor or something. So, yeah. She was very well voice acted. She was an interesting character. She wasn't here for that long. Kind of feel like y'all still might need a little bit of bonk with a horny bat for liking her so much. But yeah, no, she was stronger than most. Still a stronger and more developed character than anyone else. And, more importantly, now Urianger is actually an interesting character to me. So, you know, some credit there. Oh, she was great while she was here. She wasn't here very long. So, like, I'm not, like, crying over the fact that she's dead. Tell me why you think Moonbiter is the worst character in the game. Okay, so here's why I think Moonbiter is absolutely irredeemable and should never have existed in Final Fantasy XIV. First of all, ice cream? Never have I seen Urianger so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. We shall gather in the Charlean Manor to celebrate Moonbreeder's life and mourn her passing. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. He only talked at us for 9 seconds instead of the usual 4 minutes. Urianger did? I don't know. You know what? This is probably the first... This is the only time I've been emotionally invested in a character, and I feel bad because it's not in Moonbreeder. She's dead, and I'm like, oh, that's a bit of a shame. But Urianger is super interesting to me now, and I want to know about what he's going to do next. And I really hope he doesn't go back to being boring. As Mumbrita was a native of Charlian, I feel it is only fitting that we gather before the Mark of the Scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? 'Tis a monument found at Rathfrost and is sacred to Thaliak, a guardian deity of the City of Learning. There shall we pray for our dear friend's soul and bid her a peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal. Moon was completely wasted? Oh no! Moon fulfilled her role perfectly. This is actually... I will admit, I don't know how much of this is just like... I'm much more willing to end a good thing early to maximize impact than a lot of other people. I'm the one who will, like, do an event and be like, alright, we're done. We're ending it now instead of just letting it trail off. She wasn't here long enough to have a major investment in, but she fulfilled her role great. Like, she was a really good character while she was here, and she was just written very, very well. And to be fair, it's not like she went out without any narrative weight. The fact that we killed an Ascian is gonna be news to the Ascians. They're gonna be like, wait, what the fuck? Still, I hope I never have to voice a moment like that. I'm very happy that that was all voice acted. Because if I have to voice act like a crying character, I'm going to be upset. Oh, it's some Silent Princess flowers.
Forgive me, Moonbreeder. Had I been quicker or wiser, but I was not, and you paid the price. But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
That was the last duty before Heavensward? Ooh.
Life for death, a fair exchange. Other bargains will be struck.
Well, there's a solo duty coming up, but not a party duty. Also, yes, somebody is very... It's fine. It's a solo duty. I assume those are like the instances where it walks up and it's like, uh-oh. You're gonna get locked in here. Level 50. Be ready. I'm sorry. I feel like the joking mood has been taken out of me a little bit. I should let me go ahead and do this. Other deals will be struck. Like half off down at your local taqueria. Taqueria? Wait, shit. It is taqueria. Yes. I'm not being stupid. I got real panicked for a second. Definitely have a couple friends who would slap me if I didn't remember that. Yes, okay. Am I pronouncing it right? I don't know, but it is what I remember it is. Though we have said our farewells, the pall of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me, as antecedent, 'tis my job to be the pillar of strength for all others to lean upon. Yet I also believe the grief we feel now is precious in its own way, and not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree, Dekka? Don't mourn, Neuraxia. Oh my god. 'Tis as if a dagger has been thrust into my breast. Yeah, or a beam of light was shot into your stomach. But 'tis a pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duty. The battles we have fought here have taken the lives of so many. Louis Soir, Moonbrita, our fellows at the Waking Sands. Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. I hardly need to remind you of this, of course. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies again, Dekka. There's no other to whom I could display such weakness. You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. Okay, yep, just be there for her. Discuss. Oh, hey! A victory won, a comrade lost, on the fallen, the living forge ever on towards the light of a new day. Okay. I'm sorry, I was kind of expecting, like, credits or something there. I don't know why that was there. We have to do more grieving real quick. Have you a moment, Dekka? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She's not been herself since Moonbreed's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Is this the first major character death? Major is in a bit of quotations here, but, like, the first, like, defined character death, I guess? The first character who's died who we've known for more than, like, 5 minutes. Yeah. Sorry, wait, is she in here? She's in here. Here's a... I don't know if they did this on purpose or not, but, like, there's no NPCs here, so it feels empty. Like, everyone's gone except for, like, these four. And I don't know if that was on purpose or not. They might have cleared out all the extra NPCs just to make it feel empty. If they did that on purpose, then, like, bravo. Okay, tone shift. Hey, it's Dekka! Great! Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? Thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I found Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment, so I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Rathfrost. Rathfrost on. Sup, Popular Vote? This is for my benefit. Alright. Apologies. Alright, well, shit. I'm still confused why there's a red quest somewhere here. What the hell? Oh, it's the sun is setting. What the hell? Oh, okay. Oh, I wonder how many, how do I see how many, shift C? No. 446. I might be able to get the last piece of equipment real quick, actually, while I'm here. I don't remember how much it is. It's you Ironworks gear. No. Guild's Masterworks? No. No, middle lady. Jesus, damn it. Okay. Yeah, I should be able to afford the last piece. So I can. There we go. I now have a full set of this armor. I wonder what the armor looks like. Oh, ugly as sin. Okay. Cool. Double checking all this random stuff. Why do I have booty shorts? God bless. I'm just gonna assume that I'm good now, as far as the character thinks I am. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Fully decked out on armor right before we go on to Heaven's Word and outdate all this armor. But we got it. What's up, buddy? What can I do for you today, adventure? Eldritch Trinkets trade? Here's some money. Eh? They've got you on an airs now. Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Send the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though, you best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the chocobo stables next. I'll kill you! Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Oh, here then, take it. Until that Eda lasts, I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to. I'm gonna kill her. It's not as bad as WoW. You won't suddenly negate it all with the first screen you find. Alright. It is nice to be like, alright, I am decked out. As far as, you know, ARR is concerned, I am finished gathering equipment. I have said to myself, and I'll say, oh shit, yeah, that's right, she wanted me to actually put the flower. I have said to myself that, like, I'm willing to spend 20 to 30 bucks decking myself out with an outfit I think is cool. Finding an outfit I think is cool for, like, a healer will be hard, though, because a lot of, like, the cool outfits I've seen, I don't know why I'm putting cool in quotes here, but a lot of the cool outfits I've seen have been, like, casual clothes, in a way that, like, I still want to be, like, dressed as a healer. It's cool if, like, a mechanist is wearing a leather jacket, but that look doesn't really feel right to me if I'm going to be working as a white mage. So, yeah, we'll see what I land on when I start worrying about it. Rana can be so annoying. She will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again. And then again. And then again! It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is I really appreciate you doing this for me. So, anyway, let's see it. I'm weird to love these things, you know? I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her. You still have 2 rings, a necklace, and a bracelet slot to fill? I'm all done! Forever.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Is that what I think it is?
Oh yeah, that's happening.
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
No, that's the same voice actor. He just is like a little bit more high tempo than he normally is. Oh my god, am I actually going to end up hitting an hour of cutscenes right at midnight? Because I'll sit through them, but like, I'll be mad about it. You'll know when it changes? I'm gonna be real upset when it changes, because I really like Alfino's voice. I always liked it. He's been a little shit, and then he's changed into like a actual, like, you know, decent leader. He's still a little bit of a shit, but he is like running stuff well. Now, don't get me wrong, I can see the room for him to fuck up. They'll also warn you just when they want to show you an hour of cutscenes. I liked it, but after 30 minutes I like the new ones a lot more. I'm sure you're right. I'm sure I'll like it when I get to it. My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply sad to learn of Moonbreeder's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Korthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. There's a little prompt many cutscenes will play. I'm sure I'll get to it. The envoy is here. Hey, what's up, girl? It's been a minute. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I will forego the usual pleasantries, if I may. Certainly. You came with news of the Dravanians? Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the central highlands a short while ago, and battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Imeric himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. Is it reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it picks our We do. Though... Shit. Though it picks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard something, something, something. Very well. I shall depart for Korthus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all 3 of the grand companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue that's still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the grant companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable response, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Imric's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to the final request. A personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgard summer and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well. Toward Seed the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Deca. My desk is so far pushed up, and I don't know how I manage that. It's like a full foot from the wall. Okay, that movement is just me pushing myself back. There we go. Better. It's gonna be real fun. It won't happen, but in my mind's eye, someone went from the start of the VOD on YouTube to the end of the VOD on YouTube, and they looked at my camera and they thought, wasn't that a different angle? Oh shit. Scratched myself. Uh-oh. She's alive?
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
But who's the traitor Temple Knight?
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I would rate that as a negative. I don't have any comments. I'm just kind of watching this. When we reach the shit's about to go down warning, I'm going to update my notes. It seems I was the swifter, Deca. You too, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Oh hey, I haven't actually been over here yet. I'm still desperately curious who the traitor in the Temple Knights is. Like, it's not going to be Lord Imric, is it? But he's the only character I know here who's in the Temple Knights. And I think he had the same eyes as the traitor knight, though I don't remember. After they killed Moonbrita, I'm not going to say it's impossible. Gates of Judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. The first line of defense can be so easily shattered. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. Blah, 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 blah. Diseptic Dragoon? Diseptic, adjective, pertaining to subject or suffering from dysepia. Gloomy, pessimistic, and irritable. Okay, it's also indigestion. Heretic scum, how dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. Oh. Sup, buddy? How do you show up like Batman? Twould seem the heretic struck first, and most telling, blows against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let's speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Imeric awaits you. I need to pay attention to what color Sir Imeric's eyes are. Also, I'm curious... No, I can't go beyond this. Which makes sense, I suppose. Sorry, I'll move this so that it's actually visible. Yeah, this is Ishgard. Main scenario quest before the dawn. You must currently undertaking the quest coming to Ishgard to review your quest journal. Okay, so we just need to get to the main story quest before the dawn. Well, we'll see how far away that is. I'll be honest, I expected this to be before the dawn. I really wanted that setup to pay off. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Oh wait, before the dawn's the quest the ARR ended on, wasn't it? Come, let us do as we bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Horshifon will know where Sir Imeric means to receive us. Hang on, now I'm curious. No, I guess it wasn't. Horsey Fart! My boy! I still don't know how to pronounce his name, and I'm still too scared to ask. Questions for later, I'm sure. I should really position this over my mini... Oh, shit. Position that over my mini-map. "'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters on the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. But you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and will treat you and the intercessory." I remember where that is. I didn't even have to look at my map, but I did. Greetings, sir. Shall I show you inside? Imeric, what color are your eyes? Ooh, they are blue. I just don't know who else in the Temple Knights I know. I could be forgetting someone. I thank you for coming with such haste and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Is this a red false flag? Because he's even, like, apologizing for his absence. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. Isn't that the symbol of one of the classes? On the contrary, Master Alphino, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's wall the moment our business is concluded. Before we continue on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally. Istinian. What color are their eyes? No. Wait, isn't... Okay, I know this guy's not evil. Yes, Istinian! He's the Ashura Dragoon. I also like Joe Cat's videos. Also, that means the Dragoons were added in the first patch. Huh. That's surprising. Did Lances not exist until, No, Lances must have existed before, Dragoon's been in the game since 2.0. Really? When have Lances been in? Did Lances just not have a class that they upgraded into until Heavensward came out? Oh, Dragoon's been in the game since 2.0, which I forget is ARR. I'm being stupid. Though I confess, I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all. Yet, even among such masters of the lance, Istinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravinian. God, I don't know what to make this guy's voice. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So, you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting. Oh, God. Well, now that we've all been introduced, why is this camera angle so weird to me? Let's proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned at Isar's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem that Lady Isar and the Dravinians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. Oh, the children of Midgard Summer. I'm assuming. His name features prominently in your nation's history. Though once defeated by the hero Haldreth, the beast is said to have terrorized Korthos since Ishgard's founding. You need to do stuff like get to level 30 in Conjurer and MRD, I don't know what it is, to be a PLD Paladin, I assume? Marauder. 30 is GLD, 15 in 30 in Gladiator, 15 in Conjurer. I'm learning. Sorry. You were saying? Many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldreth plucked from the beast's bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. How do you know that? Oh boy. I'm not gonna try. My vengeful son hath waged a war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But those stout walls and sharp blades might suffice to discourage the heretics. The dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravinian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Though the endless march of years, the dragons endure. Patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the Great Worms, they who spend centuries in slumber, only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gate. You believe Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that, we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen to land in Ishgard's protection. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You've described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the keep of the lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruin of Korthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garlean's arrival, that is. For you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Korthus. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province was sharing a border with Mordana? 7 hells. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Imric. Through the power of the eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you. Consider myself assured. And the eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against the Danafin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. I'm a little confused. Have a good sleep, Lexological. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Imric was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. Please show me How much longer am I willing to go? How much longer am I willing to go? I can't start the hour of cutscenes. I don't want to start... Yeah, I don't want to start next stream with an hour of cutscenes either. Taking the break now seems like the best course of action. We just passed the 2-hour mark. And we can go raid Saren, who's doing PvP. Hang on, let me double check that they're actually... Okay, they're doing something. Let's go see what Saren's doing. Let's go explore that. Enjoy PvP. You have 3 quests into the 16 quests. Oh my god, I'm so far away. Okay, yeah, good thing that I broke off now. Yeah! Enjoy Saren's PvP stream. Saturday, I might be doing another stream. That'd be the earliest I can stream this again. Because tomorrow I'm busy, Thursday I'm busy, Friday I'm doing a stream with Nicole again. Sunday I'm doing a stream with a bunch of people. And Saturday I might be able to do a Final Fantasy XIV stream in the middle of it. Maybe, I'm not sure. It depends how it goes. Alright. Have a good evening, everyone, and have fun with Saren. Bye-bye! What is Saren doing?
Are you playing some more ARI?
Alright.
Almost done with it?
Bye-bye.
What?